I was celebrating my 29th birthday when my mom showed up at the restaurant door. Uninvited. For the 5th time in a row, she was going to destroy my birthday. She came in crying, makeup running, screaming for everyone to hear. Did you all know that my daughter hates me? She didn't invite me to her own birthday. 30 people stopped eating. My fiancé Raphael squeezed my hand. I felt my stomach turn. The previous 4 birthdays had been ruined by her in increasingly worse ways. But this time I had made a decision not to invite her. And she had found out. My best friend Julia whispered, "Isa, she's never going to stop." She was right. But what she didn't know is that I had a plan. And my Aunt Vera, sitting in the corner of the room, had the proof that would expose my mom once and for all. My mom has always been dramatic. I grew up used to crises, tears, threats. My dad died when I was 15. Since then, she became even worse. Anything was a reason for drama. If I went out with friends, if I had a boyfriend, if I didn't answer the phone within 5 seconds. Birthdays were always complicated. When I turned 25, she showed up drunk, argued with my boyfriend at the time, and threw the cake on the floor because it wasn't the flavor she wanted. 26 years old, she told everyone in front of everybody that I had gotten pregnant at 17 and had an abortion. Complete lie. That never happened. 27, she pretended to feel sick in the middle of the party, called 911, took everyone to the hospital, and in the end, she was perfectly fine. Said it was anxiety from seeing her daughter all grown up. On my 28th birthday, she outdid herself. She arrived with a new boyfriend, a guy 20 years younger than her, and announced she was pregnant. In front of my bosses, coworkers, friends, Raphael pulled her aside and said, "Helena, you're 55 years old and had your tubes tied 10 years ago. Stop." She started crying, said Raphael was aggressive, that he was manipulating me, and left making a scene. A week later, she admitted she had made up the pregnancy to see if I'd pay attention. That's when I decided. This year would be different. This year she wouldn't be invited. The decision wasn't easy. I spent weeks in therapy discussing this. Raphael, who is extremely patient, helped me see the patterns. "Isabella, your mom has a personality disorder. She's going to escalate, but you need to set this boundary." I scheduled my birthday at a small restaurant just for 20 people. Close friends, Raphael, my cousins on my dad's side, my Aunt Vera. I didn't tell anyone on my mom's side. No maternal cousins, no aunts. Total silence. A week before, she called. "Honey, I'm excited for your birthday. I'm going to have a special surprise." My heart sank. "Mom, this year is going to be small. Just me and Raphael." Silence. That heavy silence I'd known since childhood. "What do you mean? I'm your mother." I took a deep breath. "Mom, the last 4 birthdays you ruined. All of them. I need a day that's just mine." She exploded. "I ruined them? I who sacrificed my entire life for you? I who raised you alone after your dad died?" Her voice was rising, getting hysterical. "You're an ungrateful daughter. Thankless. See what this Raphael did to you? He turned you against me." I hung up. My hands were shaking. Raphael hugged me. "You did the right thing." But I knew it wasn't over. In the following days, the messages started. First, passive-aggressive. "It's okay, honey, I'll spend your birthday alone. I'm already used to being forgotten." Then dramatic. "Is this my last year alive? And you're going to exclude me like this?" Finally, threatening. "You're going to regret this. I'm going to show up anyway. It's my right as a mother." I blocked her number. She started calling from unknown numbers. I blocked them all. She sent emails. I marked them as spam. She showed up at my house. I didn't open the door. She yelled from the street, "You bitch! After everything I did for you, I gave birth to you." My neighbors watched from the window. I felt a burning shame, but I didn't open the door. She stayed 20 minutes screaming and left. Raphael held my hand. "She's escalating, just like you said, but you're holding strong." On my birthday, I woke up tense. Raphael noticed. "She's not going to show up. You didn't tell the location to anyone." It was true. The restaurant was new. She didn't know it. I had only sent digital invitations to the guests, without mentioning the address publicly. We arrived at 7 in the evening. The table was beautiful. My friends arrived, my cousins, my Aunt Vera. Julia hugged me. "Isa, finally a normal birthday." We ordered food, drinks. People were laughing, talking. I started to relax. For the first time in 5 years, I was having a real birthday. At 8:30, we were eating when I heard it. That crying. Loud, dramatic, theatrical. I turned around. The restaurant door opened. It was her. My mom came in crying, makeup running, hair disheveled, flashy red dress, high heels. She looked around the room as if she were on a stage. Everyone stopped eating. The silence was absolute. "Did you all know?" she began, her voice breaking purposely. "Did you all know that my daughter hates me? That she didn't invite me to her own birthday?" Tears were streaming. "I'm her mother. I raised her alone. I carried her in my womb, and she excludes me like this." I felt my face heat up. Shame, anger, panic. Raphael held my hand tight. Julia stood up, but I signaled her to sit down. I needed to deal with this. I stood up, legs shaky. "Mom, please, leave." My voice came out trembling, but firm. She looked at me with dramatic eyes, tears rolling. "How can you do this to me? In front of everyone? To your own mother?" I took a deep breath. "You ruined my last 4 birthdays. You showed up drunk, made up lies about abortion, pretended to feel sick, announced a fake pregnancy. I can't take it anymore." My voice got stronger. "I asked you not to come. I set a boundary. And you invaded anyway." She staggered dramatically, as if she was going to faint. 2 of her friends that I hadn't seen come in held her up. "See?" she said to the guests. "See how she treats me. I'm feeling sick, and she doesn't care. I who gave birth to her." That's when my Aunt Vera stood up. She was 60 years old, was my late father's sister, and had known my mom for 35 years. "Enough, Helena." Her voice was calm, but cutting. "Enough theater." My mom looked at her, surprised. "Vera, you don't understand." "My daughter?" Aunt Vera interrupted her. "I understand perfectly. I saw you do this to Carlos for 15 years. Saw you make scenes, invent illnesses, sabotage weddings, birthdays, graduations." She grabbed her purse, took out an envelope. "Isabella asked me to keep this. These are copies of your messages from the last 5 years. Threats, manipulation, emotional blackmail." She opened the envelope. "There are also 3 police reports that she never wanted to file, but I convinced her to." My jaw dropped. "Auntie." She looked at me. "Sweetheart, I saw your father suffer years with her. I won't let you suffer anymore." She started reading. Message from March 2023. "If you don't come see me today, I'm going to take all the pills from the pharmacy." Message from July. "Your boyfriend is a gold digger who wants your money." Message from December. "If you spend Christmas without me, I'm going to tell everyone you hit me." The guests looked shocked. My mom turned white. That's a lie." She made up those messages. Aunt Vera took out her phone. "I have the screenshots here, with date, time, and your phone number." She showed some people nearby. They nodded. My mom started shaking, but this time it wasn't theater. It was real panic. "And there's more," Aunt Vera continued. "There are the 3 times you pretended to be sick and called an ambulance. The paramedics were pissed because you took them away from real emergencies. There are the 2 times you showed up at her work making a scandal. There's the day you spread to the entire family that she was a prostitute, a lie that almost cost her her job." I felt tears in my eyes, but this time from relief. Someone was finally speaking the truth. Someone was finally defending me. My mom looked around. There was no more sympathetic audience. Everyone looked at her with distrust or pity. She tried one more move. I'm sick. I need help. Isabella, I'm your mother. I gave birth to you." "No," I said, my voice firm now. "You're not my mother. A mother cares, supports, respects. You manipulate, sabotage, and destroy. I spent 29 years walking on eggshells around you. Enough." She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. Speechless. For the first time in my life, I had seen my mom without an answer. Aunt Vera approached me, put her hand on my shoulder. "Helena, you need to leave. Now, or I'll call the police for trespassing and disturbance." My mom looked at her, then at me, then at the guests. She turned and left, stumbling in her heels, the 2 friends running after her. When the door closed, the silence lasted 3 seconds. Then Julia started clapping. Slowly at first, then everyone joined in. It wasn't a celebration applause. It was a supportive applause. Of, "We understand you." Of, "You did the right thing." I sat back down, shaking. Raphael hugged me tight. "You did it. After years, you finally did it." Aunt Vera came back to the table, looked at me with affection. "Your father would be proud." The rest of the night was the best birthday of my life. No drama, no screaming, no fake tears, just laughter, hugs, and people who genuinely cared about me. 3 days later, I received an email from my mom. There were no apologies, just more manipulation. You humiliated me. You're going to pay for this. No one will believe you when I tell them the truth. A daughter who treats her mother like this doesn't deserve to be a mother someday. I forwarded it to Aunt Vera. She responded for me. Helena, we have proof of everything. Any new threats will be documented and taken to the authorities. Leave Isabella alone. She tried to call me 2 more times. I didn't answer. Tried to come to my house. I didn't open the door. Posted on Facebook that I was an abusive and unnatural daughter. My aunt commented with screenshots of her threats. She deleted the post in 2 hours. A month later, she sent a letter. Handwritten, dramatic. Daughter, I'm your mother. I carried you in my womb. You can't abandon me like this. I tore it up without reading to the end. Today, 6 months later, I'm at peace. Raphael and I scheduled our wedding. My mom won't be invited. Aunt Vera will be my maid of honor. Julia, my bridesmaid. And for the first time in 29 years, I'm going to have an important event without fear of sabotage. I learned that setting boundaries isn't cruelty. It's survival. That a mother's love doesn't include manipulation, threats, or destruction. And that real family isn't who has the same blood. It's who respects you, supports you, and lets you live in peace. My mom called me last week from a new number. I answered by mistake. Honey, please forgive me, I was wrong. A mother always loves her daughter. I took a deep breath. Mom, when you do therapy for a year, when you have a diagnosis, when you learn to respect boundaries, we'll talk. Until then, don't contact me. I hung up. And for the first time, I didn't feel guilt. I felt freedom. Did you like Isabella's story? Then subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and comment where you're watching from. Oh, and there's another story waiting for you here on the screen. Click there and I'll be waiting for you.